Religion does exert an enormous influence upon the lives of its followers, which makes the founders of the world's greatest religions very powerful. Here we have a look into a list of people who were most influential in the history of religion. Before moving forward, don't forget to press the subscribe button. Now back to the list. Mahavira. Vardhamana, who is referred to as Mahavira by Jains, is the leading figure in the development of Jainism. His doctrine has a continuous effect upon its adherents for over a period of 2,500 years, even though there are only 4.4 million of them in the world. Gandhi was strongly influenced by Jain philosophy. Their objections to animal practice have also affected the modern thought, which has become a fad in veganism. Number 9. Zoroaster. Zoroaster is the Iranian prophet, who was the founder of Zoroastrianism, which has endured to this day for over 2,500 years. It has only 140,000 followers now. Ancient Persians used to worship the deities of the old Irano-Aryan religion, a practice which he condemned and preached only the gods should be worshipped. Hence it could be argued that he introduced humanity to its first monotheistic faith, which influenced the theology of Islam, Judaism, and Christianity. His teachings also originated the concept of heaven and hell, Judgment Day, and the final revelation of the world. The religion also introduced the idea of Satan. Number 8. Mani. Mani was an Iranian prophet and the founder of Manichaeism, a religion which was most prevalent in late antiquity and is extinct today. It originated in the Middle East and spread as far west as the Atlantic Ocean and as far east as the Pacific and endured for well over 1,000 years. Mani taught that the world is not ruled by a single deity, but is rather the site of a continuous struggle between two forces. One of these is the evil principle, which he identified with darkness and matter. The other is the good principle, which he identified with light and spirit. At its height during the 4th century, the religion was a serious rival to Christianity, and St. Augustine was an adherent of Manichaeism for 9 years. It was severely persecuted after Christianity became the state religion of the Roman Empire, and was largely eliminated in the West by about 600 AD. Number 7. Umar ibn al-Khattab. Umar ibn al-Khattab was the second caliph of the Rashidun Caliphate. He was an early opponent of Muhammad and planned to assassinate him. But then he converted to Islam and became its biggest supporter. During his reign, the Caliphate invaded Syria, Palestine, Iraq, and Egypt, which were then thoroughly Arabized and remain that to this day. Hence this makes him the second most important figure in the spread of Islam. Islam would not be widespread as it is today without him, and that's what makes him influential. Number 6. Martin Luther. Martin Luther was the founder of Protestant Reformation, which began as a movement against papal supremacy. Reformation helped in creating an environment of greater intellectual freedom, which led to a lot of scientific discovery. But his writings were very anti-Semitic, which paved way for Hitler in the 20th century. Reformation also led to the decrease in the influence of Rome on Germany. Number 5. St. Paul the Apostle. St. Paul is one of the principal founders of Christianity, the other one being Jesus. Without him, there would almost be no Christianity today. He was Christianity's foremost proselytizer and also the author of New Testament. He helped Christianity to be transformed from an obscure Jewish sect to a global religion with more adherents than any other religion. Number 4. Confucius. Confucius was the first man to develop a system of beliefs synthesizing the basic ideas of the Chinese people. His philosophy, based on personal morality and on the concept of a government that served its people and ruled by moral example, permeated Chinese life and culture for well over 2,000 years, and has greatly influenced a substantial portion of the world's population. Number 3. Buddha. Buddha was the founder of Buddhism. His core teachings are summarized in the Four Noble Truths and the Noble Eightfold Path, a training of the mind that includes ethical training and kindness toward others. The reason for his inclusion in this list is that a lot of his principles and ideas were absorbed by both India and China, and their influence exists to this day. Number 2. Jesus Christ. Even though there are more adherents of Christianity than Islam, what makes Jesus less influential than Muhammad is that he played less of a role in development of Christianity than Muhammad played for Islam. Jesus formulated the ethical ideas of Christianity, which makes him more influential than St. Paul. Also, Christians do whatever they do in his name, and not St. Paul's. Number 1. Prophet Muhammad. Prophet Muhammad was the founder of Islam. He was not just a religious leader, but also a political leader. He was responsible for both the theology of Islam and its main ethical and moral principles. He was also Islam's main proselytizer. Muhammad is the author of Muslim holy scriptures, the Quran, which is not the case with Jesus and Bible. Hence it makes him the most influential figure in the history of religion, and in fact the world. Thank you for visiting this channel. Please press like and share on this video. And don't forget to subscribe this channel. Until next time.